Mystic Forge combo has won the North American Eternal Weekend for 2025 in the hands of Tom Basketball, and today we're going to play it. Let's go check it out. Congratulations to Tom Basketball, who won the North America Eternal Championships with this deck list of Mystic Forge combo, the one that we'll be playing today. I actually uploaded a similar video just a few months ago that you can find in the card above, but today we're playing the winning list, and how does it differ? Well, I think one of the things I noticed initially, we're only playing the 4 copies of Manifold Key. There's no Voltaic Key. Instead, we're playing a main deck Pithing Needle. Okay, well, that's not that huge of a change. What else? We're not playing City of Traitors. Instead, we're running Urza's Workshop. And I talked a little bit about this on the Eternal Glory podcast, where I was unsure on whether or not it was better or worse than the City of Traitors. So I talked to Bryant Cook and Phil Gallagher, and they explained to me that the Urza's Workshop is better because this deck is really an inevitability deck where you just make tons of mana turn over turn, and eventually you overwhelm the opponent. And City of Traitors doesn't play well into that, which makes a lot of sense to me. So there's no City of Traitors. On top of that, there's a, where is it? An expedition map. We're playing that over the 4th copy of Tezzeret Cruel Captain. And that allows you to find your Planar Nexus to help you make even more mana with the Urza's Tower, since the Planar Nexus provides you with all of the modes for Urza's Tower. The Planar Nexus also counts as an Urza land for Urza's Workshop. So that's quite nice. So Planar Nexus here gets a big level up from the Expedition map. Those are the changes in the main deck. In the sideboard, we went down to 1 Disruptor Flute in order to add an Ugin Eye of the Storms, and I believe that was the only change in the sideboard. I could be wrong, but I believe that was it. Actually, no, we were playing the Pithing Needle in the main deck, so that added room for a Liquid Metal Coating. Okay, so 4 small changes in the deck list. That's really it. Other than that, it's pretty similar to the deck list that I played previously. So we're going to see how these changes do today. Hopefully you enjoy them. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you appreciate the video. I'll see everyone in the first match. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicswarm.com/shop, or submitting a donation deck via theepicswarm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We're on the play with Mystic Forge combo. We've opened up a hand where we have the Urza's Tower, but we don't have any more mana, so you'd have to draw Planar Nexus in order for this hand to function. I think we're going to send this one back. Mulligan. We will keep this one and bottom the Soul Guide Lantern. From my memory, our opponent is a Painter player. I have not looked them up, okay? But I'm pretty sure that they're a Painter player, so I don't think I'll be needing that Soul Guide Lantern. And now with this hand, we have a turn to the One Ring, which is pretty solid. So here I would like to play Urza's Saga, and I'm playing the Saga for 2 reasons. One, I would like the Mox Opal first, and I guess the second reason actually doesn't exist. I was thinking that it helps with the Urza's Workshop Urza land count, but it would do that on the second turn as well. But regardless, I would like the Mox Opal off of the Saga as fast as possible, so I'm playing it out first. They play a Verdant Catacomb, so definitely not Paintered today. Bayou into Thoughtseize. That hurts. Goodbye to the One Ring. Okay. Well, I guess we could start our Construct Beatdown sooner, so that's a secondary reason. And we drew the Urza's Tower. We'll play the Workshop and pass. So I can tap the Urza's Workshop here for 2 mana, which allows me to activate the Urza Saga without sacrificing a Lotus Petal. That's pretty nice. If I had to take a wild guess, they're likely playing the Loam Pox deck that also top-8'd Eternal Weekend. There's a Wasteland. And they're going to go after the Urza Saga. We'll tap for 2 mana, and then we'll make a Construct token. Nice little 4/4 we got there. Draw for turn. Karn the Great Creator, not a bad top deck. I mean, I hate the card, but it's certainly good here. No, let's attack. We'll swing, and then tap for 2 mana. We'll have to sacrifice a Lotus Petal, Karn the Great Creator, and then We'll minus the Karn, I believe. Yes. And we'll grab the liquid metal coating. We'll see if we can become the land destruction deck. Alright. What are you going to do over there? They play Urza Saga, so this does look like the Loam deck. Another Karn the Great Creator. Alright, so we'll tap the Urza's Workshop, play the liquid metal coating, and I believe we want to target the Bayou here. They float a black, and now we'll kill the Bayou. Okay, this feels dirty. I do not like it. 2 mana for an Orcish Bowmasters. Sure. And I believe that we should just... Actually, I don't care if the Karn dies. I have another one. Let's swing. And they take it. We'll pass. Urza Saga goes to the second chapter. Another land, a Verdant Catacombs. And they attack the Karn. And it looks like they might have a third, or a second Bowmasters here, which would be the 3rd point of damage to kill the Karn. Okay. Goodbye, Karn the Great Creator. Grim Monolith. Decent draw here. We'll play the Grim Monolith. We'll tap it for mana. Untap it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because not, like, I could have just used the tower. I don't know if it matters all that much. We'll play another Karn. We will target their... no, the Saga's going to kill itself. Let's go after the Bayou. Okay. And now I will move to attacks. Swing with the Construct. It's a 5 power, so they're somewhat incentivized. Oh, they did not block, which means they're dead to the Manifold Key next turn. The Saga goes to the 3rd chapter. They likely have like a Nile Spellbomb in their main deck and a Mox Diamond. Apparently they also have a main deck Pithing Needle. That was not something I realized when looking over the winning deck list. Another Verdant Catacombs, okay. There's the Nile Spellbomb that doesn't work. 2 cards remain in their hand. And they're going to be punished here for not attacking, or not blocking on the previous turn, because now they're just dead to the Manifold Key. Which isn't something that comes up that often, but it does here. We will make our Construct unblockable. And our opponent concedes the game. Nice. So we've taken game number 1 from Loam. I did watch some of the coverage yesterday, and there was a round where the Loam deck just embarrassed Mystic Forge. I hope that doesn't happen to me here today. Alright, so what would we want here? I'm not quite sure. The Soul Guide Lantern doesn't seem incredible to me, but they are a Hogak deck, and obviously they're a Life from the Loam Wasteland deck, so maybe keeping 1 Soul Guide is actually okay. Taking a quick look at the winning deck list, it does not have anything like Collector Oof in it, so I don't think we need Dismember. I think this might be a matchup where we just resubmit. So I will hit submit, and we'll just run back the same configuration for game number 2. This seems like a pretty powerful hand I will keep. They play Eumidian Hatchery. This is a land that's very good in this deck because you can sacrifice it to Smallpox, and then you'll gain creatures afterwards, after you've sacrificed the land. They play a Void Mirror. Okay. So that's going to counter most of our hand. That's not good. Because this cares about colored mana, and my deck does not currently make colored mana. So we'll play Ancient Tomb and pass. There is a way around this. So we play Ancient Tomb. Maybe I should have played the Saga first, actually. I don't know. So we want to make Construct tokens, and then when the Saga pops off, we will grab a Mox Opal that taps for colored mana. That would then allow me to play Tesseract Cruel Captain for the portable hole that answers the Void Mirror. Okay, we'll see what our opponent's remaining 3 cards do. We're really hoping for like no Wasteland or like Smallpox or anything like that. Another Void Mirror. Okay. We might just be on Construct Beatdown. On the Great Piece of Trash. We'll play the other Urza Saga. Pass the turn. They're already at 15. So they've opened up both Void Mirrors because there's only 2 in the deck list unless they've modified the winning list. Orcish Bowmasters is a concern here because it would kill the first construct. Witherbloom Command. Sure. So they're going to mill. They hit a Wasteland. No! That's brutal. They play the Wasteland. When they go after the new Saga, I'm okay with that. That is actually fine with me. I think they should have hit the Ancient Tomb, personally. because then I couldn't make another construct next turn. I'd lose my land, and then I'd have just one Urza Saga that doesn't do anything. We draw the Needle. That doesn't really help all that much here. So now I can go search out the Mox Opal. And we could play Needle now, and maybe I should name Wasteland in case they have Life from the Loam in their hand. So we'll say Wasteland. There we go. And now we'll attack for 4. Swing. They tap the Hatchery again. Life from the Loam. So the Wasteland play ended up being decent. We probably lose this game to a Smallpox right now. That's not something I can really help. But, I mean, our opponent's currently at 11. We'll play the Urza's Tower. I can play one spell here, so I need to make it worth it. Because if I play an artifact, that means that the constructs become 5/5s. And that means that they can't fetch with the Verdant Catacombs or use the Hatchery. So the best thing we can do this turn is play an artifact. So I will play the One Ring. We gain protection from everything. And our opponent has conceded the game. Double Voidmere did not matter. We're a construct aggro deck, clearly. And we're 1-0 to start off this Legacy League with the winning deck from Eternal Weekend. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2 on the play. Yeah, this hand is very powerful. We will keep. While our opponent's mulliganing, I guess I will say this is my first video I've recorded in 6 days, because I had a pretty long queue, and the queue is still quite long, I won't lie. And I'm going to hold these artifacts for the Glaring Flashraker, by the way. And with the queue being so long, I was like, I could take some time off. So I took some days off recording, and I ended up building the Lego Death Star with my wife, the largest Lego set ever released. It's 9,350 pieces, and we've watched, all right, they have Termin Thoughtseize, likely the Loampox deck again, and we've watched the original trilogy, the prequels, Rogue One, and then The Force Awakens, and we're still not done. Yeah, it's the Loampox deck again. So we are at like 65 bags in out of the 82 bags for the Death Star. So over the next day or so, I will likely be finishing it up. But I've been doing that the last week or so, and it's been nice taking a break from recording videos and whatnot. A wonderful draw here. Wow. Okay. So I just remembered, by the way, maybe I was supposed to play them out early because the Urza's Workshop needs Metalcraft for the tap ability. I'm going to hold the Planar Nexus, though, because I don't want it to be destroyed. We'll play Pithing Needle, and I think we're going to say Wasteland. And then we'll play the Manifold Key. Pass the turn. So the One Ring was a very good draw, but I do need an artifact to enable Metalcraft so we can ramp it out. It's just like a slight concern of mine that we don't actually have 4 mana yet. They find Mox Diamond, Urza Saga, Eumidian Hatchery. They cannot take the Smallpox with the Malevolent Rumble. It is permanent cards only. They select Urza Saga. Okay. They play Verdant Catacombs, and they're passing 3 cards in their hand, one of which is Urza's Saga. Ooh, they're not passing. Second main phase. Okay. They search out Bayou. 2 mana for a main phase Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. Wait, do you have the Hogak in hand? Is that your one unknown? I think they do. Wow, what a draw. Double Thoughtseize into turn 2 Bowmaster's Hogak. That does not allow me to play the One Ring this turn. We're in trouble. We'll play the Planar Nexus and pass. So they attack for 10. This puts me in a 9. They play the Urza Saga. Okay. Kozilek's Command. We'll play Urza's Workshop. So I'll have a ton of mana next turn. But this turn I do not. So we'll play the One Ring. I will gain protection from everything. And we'll pass the turn. We do have to worry about Pithy Needle coming off of Urza Saga on the following turn. They play another land. We'll draw using the One Ring. Portable Hole, not a bad one. So we'll lose 1 life to the One Ring. Urza's Tower is quite the draw here. We'll play that. And we'll make a white mana. We'll play the Portable Hole. Exile the Bowmasters. Okay, goodbye to the Orcish Bowmasters. And now we could draw 2 cards using the One Ring. Is your one unknown another Bowmasters? I think it is. We still have 2 mana floating, so I could Kozilek's Command and remove the Bowmasters. Alright, so they get to ping me here. We'll tap the Urza's Workshop, and should I just let this go? Urza's Workshop looks insane here. Because if I draw a Glaring Fleshraker, this Kozilek's Command could kill them. Tough call. Okay, I think I'm just going to remove the Bowmasters. We'll remove a creature and scry X draw. Okay, X is equal to 2. Done. We'll put both of these on the bottom. We don't need more lands right now. We draw an Ancient Tomb. So I'll take 2 damage here, and then we'll draw 2 cards. Mystic Forge. Okay. We'll tap the... Well, this is honestly insane. Triple Urza's Workshop here just seems busted. And there's the Glaring Fleshraker. I think we're going to win this turn. Let's see. Glaring Fleshraker. Tap the Workshop. So if I Karn the Great Creator, the thing I'm lacking here is mana. Do I actually want to play Karn? It does make an Eldrazi Scion with the Glaring Fleshraker. The Karn does not have mana to go grab in the sideboard, but I could go grab Ensnaring Bridge. Maybe that's good enough. Because then the Hogak can't attack me. Alright. Ooh, Mox Opal's the top card. Let's go. Let's go. So they'll take 1 here. Very good card to see on the top of our deck. We'll play the Mox Opal. And now they take another one. Tezzeret Cruel Captain is pretty darn good here. We'll tap the... No, we'll sacrifice a Spawn to play it. We'll play Tezzeret Cruel Captain. And then I think we're going to untap the One Ring. We'll draw 3 cards. Key. So the key is free to play here. Okay. And now we'll sacrifice the Spawn. So I'm only going to have 2 mana. Maybe I'm being greedy here. Should I just use the Karn to go grab Ensnaring Bridge right now? I think maybe I am being greedy. Because if I draw 4 off the One Ring, I no longer have access to Bridge and my hand would be full. Decisions. They're at 7. Really wish I could have found a Grim Monolith at some point. I think one thing I did not consider was using Tezzeret's minus ability instead of untapping the ring to go grab Candelabra of Thanos to untap my Urza's Workshops. I realized that after I had drawn 3. So I guess the free thing to do here would be to use the Mystic Forge to exile the top card. So now I'm at 5. And it was another land on top. We'll minus the Karn the Great Creator. I think I'm just going to go grab Ensnaring Bridge. We'll sacrifice the Eldrazi Spawns. Play the Bridge. And we'll pass the turn. The Urza Saga goes to the 3rd chapter. They can go grab Pithing Needle. That is a possibility here. And I can actually kill our opponent in the upkeep. So what I can do is, before the One Ring even resolves, I can Kozilek's Command for like 15. And then they'll lose 15 life to the Glaring Fleshraker. They named Karn the Great Creator. Okay. They had Beseiju for the Ensnaring Bridge. Wow! Holy moly, that's the 3rd Beseiju. Guess I'm dead. Hogak tramples. They got me. Okay. Unfortunate. No changes on my end. We'll just send it back. The 3rd Beseiju is very powerful there. The list that top 8 at Eternal Weekend was only playing 2 main deck copies of Beseiju Who Endures, so this person is not playing the winning list. They're doing their own thing. Game number 2 are on the play. Yeah, this seems fine. We'll keep. We'll play the Planar Nexus and Pithing Needle. We'll name Wasteland. Pass. Basic Swamp into Lava Spur Boots. Okay. Candelabra of Thanos. That's a good one. Okay, I believe we'll play the Urza's Workshop here, and then the Candle. Pass the turn. I am 1 artifact short of Metalcraft, but if nothing bad happens to me, I'll have it next turn. Void Mirror. Little annoying. Another Planar Nexus, okay. So Saga. So the workshop still taps for 3 mana now, right? No, I don't have an artifact. I don't have the third artifact yet. So I have to wait a turn to play my spell. So I have to wait. 2 mana here. And they Besage Who Endures on the Saga. We don't have a basic land type to go get. That stinks. They play Verdant Catacombs, Lotus Petal. I guess I could play that this turn. But no, I can't. Never mind, ignore me. We have to pass. I need an artifact I can play that doesn't get countered by Voidmere. They grab Underground Mortuary. Life from the Loam getting back Besage Who Endures. We're in trouble. That is not good for me. They play the Urza Saga. I think we're just going to be locked out. They didn't Besage me. Weird. We'll play the Urza Saga. Trigger. They let it go. So now I can make a white, which allows me to play the Basalt Monolith. And now I can tap that. Now I'm able to untap 3 lands here. So we'll do Workshop, Planar Nexus, Urza Saga. Maybe I was supposed to do double Nexus. Yeah, I think I was supposed to do double Nexus. And now next turn they can destroy the Planar Nexus. Yeah, we're in trouble. They dredge. They mill over an Urza Saga. 2 mana here. Likely Life from the Loam picking up Urza Saga and Besage Who Endures. Witherbloom Command on the Needle. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to untap the Basalt Monolith in response. That was dumb. I am not playing that well. This deck is tough. They go after the Urza Saga. Okay, I don't know if my play mistake even mattered, to be honest. Like, yeah, I could have untapped the Basalt Monolith, but we're just getting roasted. Alright. We got smoked this match. Not a lot I can say. Like, the third Besage beat us game 1, and game 2, they just steamrolled me. So, face the same deck twice, we're 1-1. You know, can't say I'm too upset. This deck did seem to crush Mystic Forge combo on camera. Let's see if we can win match number 3. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round number 3 on the play. This is turn 1 Karn the Great Creator. We keep these. I have no idea what the opponent's playing, but Urza's Tower, Lotus Petal, Grim Monolith, Manifold Key into Karn the Great Creator. Or you could go Tezzeret Cruel Captain into Glaring Fleshraker. There's a lot to like here. We'll play the Tower, Lotus Petal, Grim Monolith. We need this to resolve. It does. We'll play the Manifold Key. Untap the Grim Monolith. So now the question is Karn the Great Creator or Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Actually, you could do both. Why not both? Am I right? Tezzeret Cruel Captain. And then we'll untap the Grim Monolith. Karn the Great Creator. And I think one of the few ways we lose this is if our opponent is on Oops All spells. So I'm going to minus the Karn the Great Creator here and just grab a Tormod's Crypt. And I genuinely do not know what they're playing. But the Tormod's Crypt here buffs the Tezzeret. It's just like kind of a free thing to do here. We'll pass the turn. That was a pretty darn good turn 1. They play Island into Ponder, and they shuffled on the Ponder. We'll begin by using the key to untap Grim Monolith. Play the Glaring Fleshraker, untap the Grim Monolith. We'll minus the Karn the Great Creator. Yes. We'll grab a Liquid Metal Coating. And I think our game plan now is just destroy their lands. We get an Eldrazi Scion. And I've used the Karn this turn, so we don't want to turn their land into an artifact right now, but in their upkeep. That way they can't use the land. Alright, pass. In their upkeep, we'll turn their island into an artifact, and they brainstorm. They play basic Swamp, so likely Reanimator. Pretty lucky they did not open on a Force of Will this game. We'll turn their Swamp into an artifact, and then we'll destroy it. We'll untap the Grim Monolith, and then we'll play Basalt Monolith. They go to 18. Tezzeret goes to 7 loyalty. I think we'll play another Karn the Great Creator here. This triggers the Glaring Fleshraker. And our opponent concedes. Nice. Okay, so likely Dimir Reanimator. Could be Dimir Tempo, we don't really know. I'll bring in Leyline of the Void, just in case. Against Dimir Reanimator, you probably don't need Expedition Map. Or the Needle. I guess the Needle could shut off Tamiyo. Maybe you're supposed to leave it in. Get rid of the Basalt Monolith. Shave 1 Tezzeret Cruel Captain. And maybe a Lotus Petal. We'll try this. Game number 2 on the draw. So this hand is sort of a do-nothing hand. Like, you do have the combination of Planar Nexus plus Urza's Tower, but you also have Grim Monolith Manifold Key, so you have all the mana in the world but nothing to do with it. You're supposed to send these back. We'll keep this one. Bottom the Mox Opal. And Leyline of the Void. They play Polluted Delta. For an Underground Sea. Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. Another Urza Saga's the draw. We'll play Planar Nexus. And actually, let's play the Candelabra of Thanos this turn. They play Misty Rainforest. And they swing. Okay. Brainstorm. So now they've transformed the Tamiyo. That's how they plan on winning this game. So I did leave in the Urza Saga. Or, well, I left in the Pithing Needle for Urza Saga. That sort of has become our game plan here. Because we don't want to lose to the Tamiyo Ultimate. I'm not even sure if the Saga races the Ultimate at this point anymore. I mean, the Tower was a good draw. But the Kozilek's Command does not exile Planeswalkers. So I think we just have to get the Saga on the board to start digging for that Pithing Needle. And then we'll play Grim Monolith. Kind of a cool play we can do is Urza's Tower for mana. And then Candelabra to untap our lands. And then make double constructs each turn. They fetch. This might be a consign to memory. They brainstorm. Okay. And we will pass the turn. Our opponent untaps, plays Polluted Delta into Thoughtseize. That resolves. It will take our Kozilek's Command because they can't take anything else. Okay. They play a Ponder. We go to our turn. Urza Saga triggers and Urza's Workshop. Okay. We'll play Urza's Tower. I wonder if you're supposed to main phase the construct tokens in order to play around a wasteland. It probably doesn't matter. I'll just pass the turn. They fetch with the Polluted Delta. They plus the Tamiyo up to 8 loyalty. And there's the wasteland. The punish. Okay. So we'll now respond. We'll make a construct. And now we'll use Candelabra and we'll untap the Urza Saga and the Urza's Tower. And now we will make another construct. Wasteland resolves. They make 3 mana here for a Harbinger of the Sea. So this is Dimir Tempo? Could have fooled me. We'll begin by attacking the Tamiyo here. The Tamiyo triggers and each one of my creatures gets -1 power. 6 damage going in. We'll play Urza's Workshop. Pass the turn. They plus the Tamiyo again. Misty Rainforest. They draw a card using the Clue token. And now they swing. I go to 18. Mystic Forge. So if that resolves, I mean, if it resolves, it does pump up the constructs. So we'll play it. Consign to memory would be an issue here. They do consign to memory. We'll go to combat and attack the Tamiyo. Swing. The Tamiyo will now die. And we'll pass. Our opponent drew Engineered Explosives. No! That's going to kill both my constructs here. Brutal. Okay. Ouch. Okay. So we don't have anything to kill this Harbinger, so I'm just going to play out the Saga. Karn was not a bad draw. We'll play the Karn the Great Creator. They have 3 cards in their hand. The Karn resolves somehow. Okay. Let's minus the Karn. I'll say yes. Let's grab Ensnaring Bridge. And we'll play it. And step they Petty Theft the Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. And now they Thoughtseize. That's tough. That's real tough. Okay, so our opponent is sort of drawn out of it. They can attack the Karn here, and then next turn I can't grab another artifact, I can only plus it. Kozilek's Command. Okay. We'll untap the Grim Monolith. That for 2. Oh, it's mana value, not power, so I have to wait a turn. I guess I'll plus on the Grim Monolith that threaten blocking, I guess. And we'll pass the turn. Except they're going to flash in the Brazen Borrower. They attack the Karn the Great Creator. Okay. Still 3 cards in their hand. Manifold Key. I suppose we'll play that. And then we'll tap the Grim Monolith, untap the Grim Monolith using the key, and we'll Kozilek's Command. We'll exile and then scry X and draw. Target us, exile the Harbinger. Okay. Here we go. X is equal to 5. We need this to resolve. Force of Negation. No! They could have hardcast it, but they didn't. Okay. We will pass the turn. Things are not looking good. And set Bowmasters, which explains why they didn't hardcast. Okay. So, assuming we lose this game, which is what it looks like right now, I can board out the ley lines for game 3. They swing. A 1-ring could get us back into this. Ancient Tomb does not. Okay, so we lose game number 2. Let's get the Leyline of the Voids out of here. I think we want the Tezzeret Cruel Captain again. I wonder if it's silly to want the Dismembers. I don't even know if you want Expedition Map versus the Harbinger of the Seas deck. Probably not. So I think we'll do 2 Dismember and leave the Expedition Map and the Basalt Monolith on the board. We'll try this. Game 3 on the play. Sure. I mean, we're really relying on the Karn to resolve here, but I think it is a keep. We'll play Planar Nexus and pass the turn. They play Polluted Delta. Tezzeret Cruel Captain. We'll play it. I'm playing out the Tezzeret here because I'd rather the Karn resolve than Tezzeret, and they're likely going to start countering big things as we play them. So this is probably a consign to memory, and it is. We'll pass the turn. Wasteland. They go after the Planar Nexus. Okay. Nethergoyf. Sure. They have 5 cards in their hand here. Candelabra. That's pretty good draw. We'll play the Candle. Pause here. They might have another force. We'll tap for 3. Untap our lands. And now we'll tap 5 mana into a Karn the Great Creator. Really want this to resolve. And it doesn't. They have Force of Will. Okay, we'll pass. They have 3 cards remaining. And a Null Rod. Things are not looking good. They swing. We'll go to 18. 2 cards left in their hand. Glaring Fleshraker. Okay. We'll play the Glaring Fleshraker. And a Lotus Petal. This will trigger and give us a blocker. After that, we pass. They play Misty Rainforest. And a Brainstorm. And then they fetched an Undercity Sewers and Surveilling in their main phase, trying to pump up that Nethergoyf. They kept a card on top. They Fatal Push my Glaring Fleshraker. They have 1 card in their hand. I'm going to take the 2 from Nethergoyf here. I'd rather save this Dismember for something like a Harbinger of the Seas or something. I just don't think I need to kill a Nethergoyf that they can just bring back. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, so we'll play this. And I do not get to cycle it due to the Null Rod. So we want to remove a unique effect if they have one. They just have instant land, so it doesn't even do that. So maybe I should have held the Soul Guide Lantern. Remove an instant for Murktide purposes, so Brainstorm. Pass the turn. I won't lie, when I played it, when it was on the stack, that's when I remember there's a Null Rod in play, because I was like, ooh, I can cycle this. No, I cannot. Oh no, Wasteland. Oh, that's bad. Okay. And now they ponder. This is their new type, so now the Nethergoyf is a 3/4. I no longer think we're capable of winning this game. They opened up on Consign to Memory, into Null Rod, into Force of Will, into Fatal Push for my creature. Plus double Wasteland. A highly disruptive draw from the Dimir Tempo deck. Okay. Kozilek's Command would have been nice 2 turns ago. I could play it for 1 here to exile the Nethergoyf. It loses to a Daze. Okay. We'll try it. Target me and exile the Nethergoyf. Paying 3 mana. Put the Grim Monolith on the bottom. Pass. They have 1 card in their hand. They play Harbinger. Okay, well I have the Dismember. It will knock me down to 9 though. Versus Workshop. We'll kill the Harbinger. We'll pass. So the Workshop here does tap for 3, which is pretty good. So that was it made up for the Planar Nexus. No! Third Wasteland! Oh, was I supposed to hold it? Ah, jeez. Maybe I was supposed to hold the workshop. We'll pass. Hold it until I draw something worth casting, maybe? I'm not sure. Like, am I really supposed to play around the third Wasteland there? They play Brainstorm into a Murktide Regent when I'm at 9. And this is going to be an 8-8 Murktide. Yeah, this game is over. So if I drew exactly Planar Nexus, I could play Snaring Bridge. So there's one draw that gets me out of this. So I would need to draw exactly Planar Nexus. They cannot have Daze or any other disruption. They play Ponder. They did not shuffle. And Bowmasters for the final point of damage. So we have lost to Dimir Tempo. Despite having the nuts in game number 1, they took it down in both sideboard games. Bummer. Alright, so we are now 1-2. 2 matches left to go. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Match number 4, we're on the play. We're actually facing a Stormtrooper member of our channel, which is our $30 tier, where you get access to all the latest and data stuff that I'm testing in the Epic Storm. I don't know if they're playing Storm today, but we have to assume that they're probably playing combo. So we have the Ancient Tomb Grim Monolith Manifold Key opening, but we don't have is the Karn the Great Creator, which is what you would want in this matchup. So am I supposed to mulligan this hand? You do have turn 1 Glaring Flashraker into Kozilek's Command on turn 2, so I think I'll keep this. But I could just die, like that is a possibility here. We'll play the Ancient Tomb, the Grim Monolith, into the Manifold Key, and then untap the Grim Monolith, and the Glaring Fleshraker. So no turn 1 Prison Piece, and now we have to hope to not be dead. 7 cards in their hand. Bloodstained Mire, so probably the Epic Storm, Mox Opal, Chrome Mox, still 4 cards in hand. Imprint, Song of Creation, Lion's Eye Diamond, Dark Ritual. We're dead to Beseech the Mirror or Burning Wish here. Galvanic Relay. That one does not kill me. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. That was probably the only payoff in the deck that did not kill me there. But we do need to win now. Another Kozilek's Command. Okay. So we'll begin by untapping the Grim Monolith. Tap it for mana. And now we'll Kozilek's Command for as much as we can. So we'll Scry X and draw a card to make Eldrazi Scions. Target myself. X is equal to 4, I believe. Yep. Alright, so we'll have 5 mana when all is said and done. Okay, we're really looking for a Karn the Great Creator here. Mystic Forge is interesting, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. We'd only have 2 available mana afterwards, so we'll bottom all 4. We drew Planar Nexus, which is not good enough. So it's worth noting that they did exile the Song of Creation, so winning with a Approach of the Second Sun would be incredibly difficult. So if I can find the One Ring, I would also take that. Target myself. So this is only for 3, but then I get 1 off of the Glaring Fleshraker, so I could cast the One Ring or Karn the Great Creator here. And we missed. So we scryed 4, drew a card for turn, and now 3 cards have missed. So that's 6, 9. I have to bottom this and hope that the 10th card is good. Nope. Wow, we missed on 10 looks. That's insane. We'll play Expedition Map. And we'll attack for 2. They go to 8. So there is a little bit of a silver lining here, which is that the Guy's Will was exiled to the Relay. And they exiled their Song of Creation to Chrome Mox. So the Burning Wish into the sideboard copy of Beseech the Mirror doesn't actually kill me. However, what they can do is Echo of Aeons multiple times on their turn. So they could Burning Wish for the sideboard Echo. They could hardcast the Echo from exile. We have to hope that basically they don't draw mana off of their draw 7s. They also might be able to Natural Storm kill me because I am at 14. So Chrome Mox, imprint a random card. Burning Wish for Beseech the Mirror would be Storm 2. Storm 3, another Beseech the Mirror. And then another Beseech the Mirror would be Storm 4. Tendrils would be 5. so they're 2 storm short. They drew Gamble for turn. They put an Echo to the graveyard. Okay. This certainly helps their odds because now they have double Burning Wish for Tendrils in exile. We just have to hope there's no mana. Like, that's really the only way we win. There's still a Chrome Mox in exile. Okay, we're dead. We are dead. Because now they just go Chrome Mox, Burning Wish, Tendrils, and that's enough. There's the Chrome Mox and Prince Gamble. A Brainstorm. Okay. I don't think they needed to do that, but maybe they already have the other piece of mana in hand and it doesn't matter. Maybe they just wanted to increase the storm count. Beseech the Mirror. Yep. And now Tendrils of Agony. Another Beseech the Mirror? Sure. Okay, so we lose game number 1. A little bit of misfortune on our side. We saw 10 cards and did not hit a Ring or a Karn the Great Creator. We want Leyline of the Void to shut off Echo of Aeons. The Needle isn't great because its only name is Fetch Lands or Runehorn Hellkite, which just like isn't that important. Expedition Map can probably go to the sideboard. Portable Hole could like hit a Lion's Eye Diamond or something, but it's not amazing. That could be an out. Soul Guide Lantern is sort of similar where like it could hit a Echo of Aeons, but it's unlikely. So I think like maybe it's Portable Hole and the Soul Guide Lantern. I guess like Soul Guide Lantern shuts off Beseech the Mirror wins. So maybe it's worth keeping in case you do keep a hand without the Leyline. And we'll board out a Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Let's try this. On the play for game number 2. Nope. Send that one back. So this is a turn 1, the One Ring. I think we keep that. It doesn't have Leyline in it though. Bottom the Ancient Tomb. Play Ancient Tomb Grim Monolith. Play the Manifold Key. Untap the Grim Monolith. And the One Ring. So there's no point in drawing on your main phase when you're facing an Echo of Aeons deck, so we'll just pass. And then if they don't do anything, we'll draw on the end step. We're probably drawing on the end step no matter what. Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Empty the Warrens. Alright, so that, you know, could kill me pretty quickly. 10 Goblins. We'll draw. Candelabra. Okay. Now we'll take 1 off the One Ring. I'm at 17. Glaring Fleshraker. Let's draw 2 cards. Kozilek's Command. We will untap the Grim Monolith. Play Glaring Fleshraker. We'll go to 15. We'll play Candelabra. Okay. And I think I'm supposed to... I could be wrong here. If I use... I can untap the Ancient Tomb. And then I could play another Glaring Fleshraker, which puts me to 13. And then they attack. I think it's worth it to make this play. Because then the Kozilek's Command, I think, is likely going to kill them. We'll play the Glaring Fleshraker. Now I have 3 blockers, so I take 7 next turn. Pass the turn. Like, I'm pretty sure, as long as I'm not dead, we could just Kozilek's Command to win. So we'll block, block, and block. Take 7, down to 6. Lion's Eye Diamond, no! That was like their best draw they could have had. And now they get to Echo of Aeons. No way. Lion's Eye Diamond off the top is going to beat me here. Wow. Ah, that's insane. I thought we were going to get this one. Brainstorm. Commercial District. So you're saying there's a chance. They put Guy's Will to the graveyard. And they pass. So we got a little lucky there. We'll take 2 off of the One Ring. I'm at 4 life. We'll play the Planar Nexus. And we'll play Glaring Fleshraker. Pretty sure we can combo kill. So now each artifact will deal 3 damage. We'll play a Lotus Petal. So many triggers. Just like very daunting. Alright, and they conceded. Alright, so we got a little lucky. I mean, they did rip a Lion's Eye Diamond, but then they fizzled. So now we're on the draw for the final game. You might be wondering, why do you keep on leaving Disruptor Flute in the sideboard? I feel like you're more likely to use it off of Karn than you are to draw it and play it. Maybe I'm wrong, and you have to name the right thing. So I'm going to leave it in the board. I think I like all of the cards in our main deck. I don't think that this is good enough. I'm going to send it back. I really think we want a Leyline of the Void when we're on the draw. Well, mulligan. So this is a one-lander, but it has Karn, and it has a ley line. Is this worth keeping? I'd have to draw like an Ancient Tomb for this hand to work. Against better judgment, I will keep. We'll put the ley line on the table. I really need one of my first two draw steps to be that Ancient Tomb. They fetch with the Verdant Catacombs, Underground Sea, and Thoughtseize. Let's see if they make the right pick here. I think the correct choice is actually the Candelabra of Tawnos, because without the Candelabra, I am very far away from everything else. They chose Karn the Great Creator. Okay. That would be my second choice. We ripped the Ancient Tomb. I'm going to keep that hidden for now. We'll play the Candelabra, and we'll pass. They played Chrome Mox, and Prince Beseech the Mirror. Dark Ritual, Beseech the Mirror. Is this for Song of Creation? It is. So they're going for the Song win. We have to hope that they don't draw enough zeros to kill me. They have 3 cards currently in their hand. They play Badlands. 2 cards remain. And they go to end step, so they did not kill me. Another Leyline of the Void. So I can play the One Ring here, but they already have the card in play they need to kill me. So it's not super helpful. Like, Song of Creation is how you beat the One Ring. So I need to find a Karn the Great Creator. We'll play the One Ring. We gain protection, and I'll pass the turn. I have to hope that they like draw a land, or like a Beseech the Mirror. Commercial District, so that gets me another turn. Prevails away Bloodstained Mire. On the end step, we'll draw a card. Grim Monolith, okay. Draw for turn, and it's an Urza Saga. We'll draw 2 cards with the One Ring. Mystic Forge, Urza Saga. We'll play the Grim Monolith, so this makes it so the Urza's Workshop tasks for multiple. I could play the Forge, or I could just Kozilek's Command digging for Karn the Great Creator. So if I play the Saga, Workshop taps for 2. Saga's 3. Grim Monolith would be 6. I could Candle to go +2, I believe, so that would be 8. I get 6 looks for the Karn. I think we take that. Play the Urza Saga. Now we tap the Workshop. Use the Candle. And now we tap. 6 looks for Karn the Great Creator here. There's 3 of them left in the deck. We did not find it. I could take another Kozilek's Command, though. And that gives me 4 more looks. Okay, we'll take the Kozilek's Command. And Kozilek's Command for 4. Target me. And we'll dump all 6 mana into it. And we did not hit. I did find another One Ring. I don't know if that's actually good enough here. But I think I'll take it just to make it a little bit more difficult on them. And then we'll play the One Ring. So we gain protection. We'll keep the One Ring in play that's going to draw multiple cards. Pass the turn. They drew Dark Ritual. So they have all the mana in the world now. They Brainstorm. They play Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs. Okay. They still have 3 cards in their hand. They fetch. Undercity Sewers. They probably should have searched out the Taiga with the Verdant Catacombs first. They Surveil away Runehorn Hellkite. Yeah, the Taiga is not in exile. It is still in their deck. They fetch. So I am not going to concede this. So this isn't a knock on our opponent. It's just something I've noticed in general. There's a lot of Storm players who might not think thoroughly about how they need to win. Okay, well, they got rid of the ley line. That's probably going to be pretty easy now for them, because now they could just loop Echo of Aeons. But sometimes people don't think about Approach of the Second Sun all the way through, and how you have to draw through your library twice. And I have witnessed some people who don't plan lose to like accidentally decking themselves. That will not happen now that they've gotten rid of the ley line. So we're probably just dead. Okay. So both games 1 and 3, we dug 10 cards deep and never found the card we were looking for, which it can happen. Not the end of the world. Sometimes you lose in Magic. Today we're losing a lot, but I don't feel like I've been playing that poorly. I've made a couple mistakes here or there, but they're not like crucial backbreaking mistakes. They're kind of just like, oh, you could have optimized that better. And this is the day after that I'm recording this, that this exact deck list won Eternal Weekend. So people are prepared for Mystic Forge combo right now. They grab the approach of the second sun. 3 dark rituals are in exile. They pull out a lotus petal, lion's eye diamond. So that should give them enough. Whatever spell they cast next, they can sacrifice their hand. Well, there's another diamond. So they should sacrifice their hand so that way they can cast the approach with the diamonds. Let's see what they do. They Mox Opal, so I believe they just drew the approach. And now they have to figure out how to cast the approach. Yep, they did. So now they're going to Echo again. Yeah, they didn't think that one through. So now they'll Echo of Aeons, but there's a lot of mana floating. They should have enough triggers to win. Mox Opal, Lion's Eye Diamond, another Lion's Eye Diamond. Here we go. Alright. And the second approach of the second sun. So we lost to the greatest combo deck of all time, in my opinion. The Epic Storm. I don't really believe that, but it's the one I love the most, that's for sure. And we are now 1-3 with the reigning Eternal Weekend Championship deck. Not the best. Let's try to win match number 5 and get half my play points back. The Gold Sabertooth times the Epic Storm collection has arrived with 3 full-size tokens showcasing the beloved Dark Ritual, CDH Rogsai, and Legacy of the Epic Storm for just $5. On the backs of these tokens, there's a place for my signature or a custom message. In addition to these sweet tokens, a friendly reminder that all orders that ship from theepicstorm.com also come with a signed Storm token from yours truly. The final match on the play. So turn 1 Glaring Fleshraker, but then no mana after that. Unfortunately, we have to send this one back. No! Why are you like this, deck? I just want wins. We'll go to 5. Yes, we keep this. Keep and Pray. Bottom Candelabra and one of the Planar Nexus. Play land, pass the turn. Basic Island, into Ponder. Portable Hole. Not the best draw. We'll play Lotus Petal. And I think I'm just going to try to play Glaring Fleshraker. They're going to Force of Will. Exiles Ponder. Interesting. That's not a card I would have Force of Willed personally, but what do I know? They play an Ancient Tomb. Stock up, so they're on a Show and Tell deck. We draw another Glaring Fleshraker, but I don't have the mana to do anything. They play Flooded Strand. They go to 15. And Show and Tell is on the stack. We'll put in Glaring Fleshraker. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a fair fight versus Atraxa. What do you think? There's no world in which we win this, so I'm just going to concede we can go to the next game. Okay, that was rough. Maybe we'll bring in the Disruptor Flute. The Soul Guide Lantern is completely useless. I mean, the Portable Hole probably isn't great either, but you want some sort of answer to Null Rod if they have it. And I think we just send it back. Here we go. This is a turn 2 the One Ring. Maybe that's good enough. We'll keep. We'll play Tower and Pithing Needle. We'll name Sneak Attack. Pass. Scalding Tarn. I did wonder if I should name Flooded Strand because we saw Flooded Strands in game number 1. And I'm just going to take my chance here trying to resolve the One Ring. Boom! Love it. Draw. And we'll pass. They fetch with the Scalding Tarn. For a Thundering Falls. And they kept a card on top of their library. Scalding Tarn. Still 7 in hand. We lose 1 life from the One Ring. We'll play Urza's Tower. We'll draw 2. Let's play Glaring Fleshraker. If I play Karn the Great Creator, it shuts off Lotus Petal out of them, but I don't have a good card to go grab. This is the downside of boarding in the Disruptor Flute. Not that I could play Flute this turn, but I could grab it for the following turn. When Karn resolves, I'll minus the Karn and just go grab Ensnaring Bridge. So that way if they Show and Tell, I can put in the bridge. I'm wondering what they kept in which they don't have any sort of interaction. But what do I know? Because it seems weird that they would have kept a hand that just doesn't counter the One Ring or Karn the Great Creator. They play Ancient Tomb and a Blood Moon. You got it. So they kept the hand on the back of Blood Moon, I guess? Sure. We'll draw 3 off the One Ring. Let's start by sacrificing the Eldrazi Spawn. We'll play another Glaring Fleshraker. They brainstorm in response. And they found a Force of Will. Okay. They exile Atraxa. I'll still get the Eldrazi Spawn here. We'll play Lotus Petal. Play another Urza's Tower. We'll play Grim Monolith. Get another Eldrazi Spawn. Use the Grim Monolith, and we'll play Tezzeret Cruel Captain. And the opponent concedes. Nice. Okay, so we are one game away from getting back half my play points. Can we make it happen? I will submit. The final game on the draw, I will keep. So we don't have the Urza's Tower, but I do have Grim Monolith Manifold Key on turn 2. That would allow me to play a turn 2 Karn the Great Creator. I think that's worth trying. Lotus Petal. Ancient Tomb. If this is turn 1 Show and Tell, we're dead. Stock up, okay. We'll play the Planar Nexus and a Manifold Key. Pass the turn. Steam Vents. Interesting. Blood Moon. Sure. I hope you don't have any islands. We'll play another Planar Nexus and Grim Monolith. I do want this one to resolve, and it does. So we'll untap the Grim Monolith. Tap it again. We'll play Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Please resolve. I'm guessing that it was going to because they didn't counterspell the Grim Monolith. And now I'll play Karn the Great Piece of Trash. And that resolved. We'll minus the Karn. Yes. And I think we just grab Liquid Metal Coating. We'll start destroying their lands. How do you like it when your lands get messed with? Blood Moon player, huh? I mean, they could still go Island Show and Tell here. And they're going to concede the match. Nice. So we went 2 and 3. You know, a champion's record in my opinion. You know, a hero's record. So what did I think of the deck list? Obviously, it's very good. It won Eternal Weekend. Today, people came prepared. We faced 2 decks that had a lot of interaction. And then versus the Epic Storm, our deck kind of just failed us. I think that's the easiest way of saying it. Both in games 1 and game 3, we played double Kozilek's Command, dug 10 cards deep, and did not hit. So, you know, variance happens. You know, no need to be upset. It's just sometimes you lose, and we lost that match. We did a lot of losing today. But I would still recommend this deck list because it's likely very good. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Congratulations once again to Tom Basketball on their Eternal Weekend North America victory. And let me know what you think of the deck list in the comment section down below. If there's anything you'd like to see changed or added, etc. Always think, because people will say, what about this card? Well, what are you cutting? What is worse than the card you're trying to add? So if you have that feedback, always suggest a card, but also the cut. That would do a great service to both me and other people interested in your suggestions. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, keep storming. You know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the deck list in today's video, go to the comment section, check out that pinned comment where you will find 2 links. One for TCG Player, so you can buy the deck, and the other is so that you can rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Card Hoarder is the best rental service for Magic Online. They truly make playing online extremely affordable. Go check out Card Hoarder today.